I'm Sarah James. If you're back from one of my videos, thank you for coming back, and if you're not, subscribe and hit that bell notification to be notified every time I upload. But today I'm going to be telling you what I thought about the To All the Boys trilogy. So it's To All the Boys I Loved Before, then it's P.S. I Still Love You, and then Always and Forever, Laura Jane. And if you watch, I just finished Always and Forever, Laura Jane, so it was just a while since I've read this one and the second one. I may do a reread at some point when my TBR is a little bit less, or if I want a romantic books and I have none on my TBR, then I will. But anyway, okay, so my copies are a bit, at least this one is, the other two aren't that bad, but this follows Laura Jane, and she has written 5 love letters to 5 different guys, but she didn't think of sending them, and somehow all of the letters get out. One is to someone that she went to school with and still sees around. Another one is her best friend and the boyfriend of her sister, and then the third one is someone that she danced with at a school dance, and then the other two I can't really remember. There's going to be spoilers about this whole series, so if you haven't watched or read these books, don't watch this video. So this follows Laura Jane, and obviously she wrote love letters, and somehow they get out. So she doesn't want her best friend to think that she's still into him, so she kisses the friend that she used to go to school, someone from her school that she used to be friends with, called Pierre Kavinsky, and him and his girlfriend just broke up. She went to start dating someone else. So she starts dating. Okay, so they decide. So Laura Jane and Pierre decides. So Laura Jane's friend doesn't find out that she likes him, and for his girlfriend or ex-girlfriend to be jealous that they'll start dating. So they make a contract, and she doesn't want every first to be with Peter because it's a fake relationship, so they decide not to kiss anymore. But they've already kissed once, so I don't get that. But anyway, so they start dating, and suddenly she starts liking him, like, for reals. So she's like confused because she doesn't know what this is, like, she doesn't know if they're dating real, if he likes her back. This is the movie copy, by the way, and the other two aren't because I got them before the movies were even movies. But anyway, so they go on to this trip, and they both find out that they like each other properly, so they start dating like in real. And then apparently Peter went to his ex-girlfriend's, but it was only to tell her that nothing's gonna happen, like, but she got the wrong end of this stick. So the second one, by the end of this, everything's okay and they're back together. And then this one, P.S. I still love you. Peter and Laura Jane are going fine, everything's good. But and then someone that she didn't know was going to turned up. So another one of the letters was to a guy called John Ambrose, who used to be in their friend group but moved away like a while ago. And then he moved again and the letter went to that house, so he didn't even know they existed until one time he finds out that she liked him, and then they meet up because Laura Jane's got to do like some what we call it is like enrichment, so they go like in placement. So she has to do that, and she goes to a nursing home to help out, and someone comes in called John Ambrose. She slips and falls and stuff happens, and then she starts doubting her and Peter's relationship because all these feelings start coming up about John Ambrose. So she's confused. So her and Peter decide maybe they're not right for each other, so they break up. And she decides that it's always been Peter, it's always going to be Peter, at least it is for now. She also meets this really nice person at the nursing home called what's the name? Maybe it says here. I can't really remember. But anyway. And then they get back together. So this, oh wait, I'll read the blurbs for these books because I don't. Okay, the book that started all is now a movie film. Laura Jane Loves Life is about to go from imaginary to out of control. Laura Jane's song keeps love letters in her heart box her mother gave her, one from every boy she'd ever loved. She can say anything she wants because the letters are for her eyes only until the day they're sent out. Another thing is, Laura Jane's mum died when I think she was 5, so she doesn't really remember her mum that well, and her younger sister doesn't remember her at all. So the blurb for this, Laura Jane doesn't expect to really fall for Peter. They had just been pretending, except suddenly they wasn't. Now Laura Jane is more confused than ever. Then another boy from her past returns to her life, and Laura Jane's feelings for him return too. Can a girl be in love with 2 boys at the same time? From the best... Okay, no, that just says the best-selling author of The Summer I Turned Prey. Okay, so it's been a long time since I read the first 2, so I don't really remember that much. That's mostly from the movie that I remember. So this one follows Laura Jane and Peter, and life is good. Life is better than good. They go into the same college, so they don't have to say goodnight anymore. It's in the book, trust me. So, and then suddenly Laura Jane doesn't get to the school that she had been hoping to go to, the one that she visited with her mum when she was younger, and also the college that her boyfriend Peter is going to for lacrosse. So they're confused, they're trying to decide what to do, and then Laura Jane gets into a college not so far away, it's like an hour away, but one thing is neither of them are allowed to take their cars because, is it seniors, sophomores? They first year college aren't allowed to take their cars, so that's hard enough. And then Laura Jane gets into another college that's like 3 hours away. But her and her best friend Chris, well, Chris mostly, decides that they're going to go on a road trip. And then Laura Jane suddenly loves the college. She loves the area, she loves the city, she loves the people, she loves the college. It's a lot like the first college that she wanted to go to. Her and Peter decided the school that's like an hour away will be fine. They'll like commute to each other every weekend, they'll call. But then she gets into this college and loves it. And after the first year, Laura Jane will transfer to the college that they both want to, and then she falls in love with this other college and she doesn't know if she wants to go to that college anymore. So her and Peter start drifting away. Peter gets in touch with his dad, who hasn't been in his life since he was little, and he now has 2 more kids and a wife. And then that goes wrong because he doesn't go to the graduation. A good excuse. One of his kids had an allergic reaction, but it was the point. It was the first thing his son introduced, let him go to. So he was a bit heartbroken about that. So he's like drifting away from her, and she thinks, and he thinks the same thing, because he's like, you're gonna leave me, all this lot. So they break up because his mum wants them to, because he was going to transfer in his second year of college to the college she's going to. But she's like, no, this can't happen because you won't be able to do lacrosse there apparently. I don't know. But anyway, but they get back together and they talk about doing the long distance and then moving in, well, not moving in together, but staying together. Okay, life is good. Oh, this is the blurb. Life is good for Laura Jane. She is head over heels in love. Her dad finally getting remarried, and her sister Margot is coming home for the summer. But change is looming after Laura Jane can't ignore the big life decision she has to make, where she goes to college for one, because that would mean leaving her family and possibly the boy she loves behind. When your heart and your head are saying 2 different things, which should you listen to? Okay, so that's the blurb. I wanted to tell you something. Okay, this made me cry. So the writ contracts have always been in their relationship. In the first one, when they wasn't actually together, they made rules. In the second one, they wasn't supposed to break each other's hearts, and in the last one it still comes up. So it says in her yearbook, it says Laura Jane and Peter's amended contract. Peter will write a letter to Laura Jane once a week, a real handwritten letter, not an email. Laura Jane will call Peter once a day, preferably the last call of the night before she goes to bed. Laura Jane will put up a picture of Peter's chosen on the wall. Peter will keep the scrapbook out on his desk. To any interested parties will see that he is taken. Peter and Laura Jane will always tell each other the truth, even when it hurts. Peter will love Laura Jane with all of his heart, always. There's also like other things. Like it says something about I'll never feel for another girl what I felt for you. What else? Something else. I can't remember. But anyway, I highly recommend if you like romantic stuff. I do. So that's good for me because I like all the romance and everything, but I also like fantasy, so this doesn't have any fantasy in it, and I don't mind that. It's just a good read when I'm not in the fantasy mood. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. Hit that like button if you liked it, and hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell notification to be notified every time I upload. I upload on a Monday and a Thursday. And if you want makeup tutorials or any beauty stuff, go to my other channel. It's Makeup with Holly, and it's there. Oh, and look at my hoodie. Well, it's actually my sister's, but it says my pair of tie is better than yours. I'm just in love because it's really baggy and really comfortable, and it's red and well, not red, but it's glittery. I prefer pink or rose gold or even purple. But anyway, now I'm blabbering. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.